Social media has killed modern day dating and it has killed relationships. The reason I'm saying this is nowadays dating isn't the same of what it used to be. And we all know this already, the way things are outside. It's not the same anymore. It's ruthless out here. And I think a big part of it is because of social media. A big part of it is because, well, one, people comparing their relationships to other people. Two is the fact that there's a variety of options to choose from that you don't choose at all. And three, it's basically because of everybody wanting something they can't. And three is basically because of hookup culture. We've gotten so desensitized off of relationships that we think that it's okay to have multiple options. It's okay to compare our relationship. If that relationship is doing this, I want it to be also in my relationship. And that's not how the way things go. Your relationship is different from everybody else's relationship. Each relationship is unique, and you shouldn't be able to compare your relationship to anybody else but yourself. Because you don't understand that a relationship, it takes two. It takes two people to create a relationship, to sustain a relationship. The more you look at other people's things, the more you feel unfulfilled in your own, because you think that's the standard in which you should be. But comparison is the killer of joy. So if you constantly compare yourself to other people, you never truly fulfilled for what you have. And that's kind of how we deluded ourselves into thinking that that's okay. Even when it comes to a variety of options, social media has gained. If you post a pic nowadays, you'll get so much likes depending on who you are. If you're a girl, it's obviously easy, but if you're a guy, you need to be a certain class, you need to look good, you need to, but that does not mean there isn't a variety of options to choose from. You see, and I'm not saying don't date and don't put yourself out there, but don't give into everything. Don't give into everybody, because the more you give yourself to everybody, the less you have for yourself. The more you give to people, the less you have for yourself. And that's just the way things are. That's why scarcity and mystery was always a thing back in the day, because not everybody could get it. There's a reason why gold is so valuable. Not everybody has it. You see, and it's hard to find. So the more you give, the less valuable it is. And you need to understand, options come and go. But once you find that one person, I'm not saying don't try to get that person through those options, but don't give yourself off to everybody. Don't just say, you know what, I have 10 guys, I have 10 girls here, I'm going to give myself to all of them and just, you know, I'm gonna give myself to all of them to just see which one is the one. No. Respect yourself and respect what you have. You see, if you constantly give and give, you don't respect yourself enough to understand that not everybody deserves to have you. Not everybody deserves to get what you give. That's just the way things are. Relationships nowadays are so beyond what relationships were, because relationships back then was a completely different thing. You could call your girl and just like on that, the landline, you could call your girl on the landline to see, oh, I miss you. You couldn't text her. So you had to go to her. Nowadays, it's just like a text, I miss you, and there you go. That back in the day was true love. Back in the day was true fighting for a girl. You could still check in, but still have to go to see how that person is doing. Nowadays, you just call or just text or do whatever. You don't necessarily put the effort in anymore of how you used to do things. And that's why it was the most romantic time back then. You see, I'm not saying relationships can't evolve. I'm just saying, like, have also the traditional aspect of it. It was more authentic back in the day. And social media kind of destroyed that authenticity. And the other thing is hookup culture, bro. Hookup culture is, yeah, there's not much to say on this. We all know it. don't participate in it, because the more you participate, the less likely your chances is to find your husband and your wife, because your past matters. I'm not saying it in a bad way or to discredit you or to downgrade you. No, I'm just saying in a sense of stop giving yourself to everybody. Same thing I said in the beginning. Don't do that. You deserve to have that one person to give it, and that's all. Don't let influences, don't let anybody give you the perspective that they are better out there. The grass isn't green on the other side. If you have that one person that you know is willing to do anything for you and love you the best way possible, stay with that person. Stay with that person, because there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there other than heartbreak, misery, and sorrow. And misery, out of all things, misery loves company. So everybody, your friends, your family, whomever is persuading or whomever is saying, no, go do this, go do that, you should get this guy while you're talking to this guy, you should get this girl while you're talking to this guy, those people are miserable within themselves, because they do not understand the objective models that we stand by, which is loyalty, trust, respect, appreciation. None of that is in the hookup culture. So why would you participate in something that you know goes against your very values, your morals? If you want to be in love and be fully in love with one person, because one person will give you more joy than 10 other people. If you want to go into the dating game, go into the game with abundance, go into the game with wanting to find your soulmate. But if I'm really being honest with you, you shouldn't find a relationship. Don't do that. Don't do that. You shouldn't find a relationship. The love of your life the love of your life doesn't come from going on speed dates or going on multiple dates. No. If you have, congratulations. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best way. It just falls in your lap, and when you least expect it, you'd be surprised what can come from it. You see, that's how relationships grow. That's how it randomly just pops out. And if you haven't had that, then that's okay. Your time will come. And if you have that congratulations. Things just happen out of nowhere, and that's just the way things are. Social media is a dating app, and you shouldn't give into that because lust fills it. What you should give into is preparing yourself for a relationship, becoming the best person for whomever lands on your lap. You should become the best version of yourself for that person. And that's how things go. Relationships are not about hookups, are not about multiple options, are not about things that the world has to offer, but a genuine connection through one person to another. So if you want a relationship, don't give in to the worldly things. Be scarce. Don't give everything to everybody, and try to keep as much of yourself for that person. If you want a relationship, don't give in to the worldly things.